Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Now we are going to discussing about mock test for module 2 in NISM 10A Investment Advisor level 1. First question, which segment facilitates borrowing and lending of securities for settlement or short selling in India? Option A, capital market segment. Option B, SLB segment. Option C, derivative segment. And option D, primary market. Correct answer is option B, SLV segment. Full form is Securities Lending and Borrowing. Segment enables participants to borrow or lend securities for purposes like short selling. Next question. Which of the following markets contributes most directly to monetary policy transmission in India? Option A, capital market. Option B, commodity market. Option C, money market. And option D, primary market. Correct answer is option C, money market. It is RBI implements policy rates like repo and reverse repo rates, influencing liquidity and interest rates. Next question. Which market segment is most suitable for hedging interest rate risk through futures contracts? Option A, SLB segment. Option B, currency market. Option C, interest rate derivative segment. And option D, debt market. Correct answer is option C. Interest rate futures traded in the interest rate derivative segment are used for the hedging interest rate risk. Next question. Which of the following platforms is used by the institutional investors for trading government securities and repos? Option A, FNO segment. Option B, NDSOM. Option C, capital market segment. And option D, SME platform. Correct answer is option B, that is negotiated dealing system order matching. It is an RBI managed platform for institutional trading in government securities. Next question. What role does the SME platform play in Indian capital markets? Option A, facilitates secondary trading of government securities. Option B, enables fundraising for large cap companies. Option C, provides listing opportunities for smaller enterprises. And option D, offers repo and SLB contracts. Correct answer is option C. The SME platform enables listing and capital access for the small and medium enterprises under relaxed compliance norms. Next question. What distinguishes the SLB segment from derivatives trading? Option A, SLB involves fixed income products. Option B, it allows physical settlement of borrowed securities. Option C, it is unregulated by the SEBI. And option D, derivatives never involve in the equities. Correct answer is option B. In SLB, securities are physically borrowed and later returned. Derivatives are mostly cash settled. Next question. Which of the following describes an offer for sale OFS? Option A, public issue of new shares. Option B, offer made to strategic investors only. Option C, sale by existing shareholders on the stock exchange. And option D, private placement with high net worth individuals. Correct answer is option C, sale by existing shareholders on the stock exchange. In the OFS, promoters or large holders sell shares through the exchange platform, not a fresh issue. Next question. Which instrument listed below is most commonly used by the RBI in open market operations? Option A, equity ETFs. Option B, government bonds. Option C, mutual fund units. And option D, corporate debentures. Correct answer is option B. RBI uses government securities for liquidity management via OMOS, buying or selling these to control money supply. Which market segment deals with long-term financing and investment instruments? Option A, derivatives market. Option B, money market. Option C, capital market. and option D, call money market. Correct answer is option C. Capital markets include equity and debt instruments with maturity greater than 1 year for long-term financing. Next question. Which of the following is a post-listing compliance obligation for companies on stock exchanges? Option A, minimum issue size. Option B, appointment of underwriters. Option C, quarterly financial disclosures. And option D, selection of merchant banker. Correct answer is option C. SEBI requires quarterly reporting of financials and material events by all listed companies. Next question. Which of the following can be traded in the capital market segment of NSE? Option A, interest rate futures. Option B, mutual fund units. Option C, repo contracts. And option D, currency options. Correct answer is option B, mutual fund units can be bought or sold through the capital market segment. Next question. A company raises 100 crore from institutional investors without public offer documents. What is this route called? Option A, public issue. Option B, offer for sale. Option C, qualified institutional placement. And option D, rights issue. Correct answer is option C. Qualified institutional placement allows listed companies to raise capital from QIBs without filing extensive offer documents with SEBI. Next question. Which exchange segment supports trading of real estate investment trusts, REITs and InvITs? Option A, SME segment. Option B, infrastructure and real estate platform. Option C, primary market. And option D, F&O segment. Correct answer is option B. REITs and InvITs are listed and traded through dedicated infrastructure and real estate platforms on exchanges. Next question. Which one of the following segment primarily enables speculative trading based on price expectations of index or stock? Option A, G-Sec market. Option B, debt segment. Option C, derivative segment. And option D, capital market segment. Correct answer is option C, derivative segment. Derivatives allow speculative positions using margin, particularly in index futures or options. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe for more chapters.